On this next video, we're going to talk about dividing our exponents. So once again, we're going to start with the coefficients. You'll do the regular division here. So negative 15 divided by negative 3 is 5. So it's going to stay up in the numerator. Then you're going to deal with your x's because those are like terms. So 6 minus 5 is 1x. Now, the next thing you have to figure out is where does the x go? So since 6 is bigger than 5 and 6 is in the numerator, that 1x is going to go on top. If the 6 was down in the denominator, then that x would go down in the bottom. Now for your y's, 5 minus 3 is 2, and since 5 is bigger than 3, the y's are going to stay on top. You don't have any more z's to collect, so just bring them over. So really, I no longer have a fraction. All I have is 5x y squared z. Okay, if you want to put it under 1, you can, or you can write it like that. Remember, when you divide exponents, you subtract, but you always put it wherever the highest exponent is, whether that's the numerator or the denominator. If you look at this next problem, this kind of combines everything. So you've got some multiplication in there, you've got some power to a power, and you also have some division. The first thing I'm going to start with is this 10ab squared. So 10 squared is 100. Then I'm going to multiply my exponents. Remember, this is an understood 1 for the a and b. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 2 again is 2. So I've simplified that first parentheses to 100a squared b squared. So that I don't do so many steps all at once, I'm just going to rewrite that other problem, and then I'll come down and I'll continue working. Now, I've still got a little bit more work to do in the numerator because I want it to be one binomial, and right now it's two binomials. So once again, to multiply, I'm going to do 100 times 2, just multiply your coefficients, and that gives you 200. Remember, when you multiply, you add your exponents. So 2 plus 4 is 6, and 2 plus 3 is 5. Over, and then once again, I'm just going to write that denominator again so I don't do too many steps all at once. So now my numerator is down to a binomial. My denominator once again is a binomial. So I will divide, just like the problem states, the coefficients. 200 divided by 4 is 50. And then I've got to take care of my a's and b's. 6 minus 5 is 1, and since a to the 6 is bigger than a to the 5th, that means that a is going to stay in the numerator. 5 minus, remember this is an understood 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. Since 5 is bigger than 1, then that means that b to the 4th is going to stay in the numerator. And that is all of the exponent rules, all together. Remember, anything raised to the 0 power is 1. That is one rule that I have not gone over. Like 5 to the 0 power is 1. X to the 0 power is 1. Basically, anything raised to the 0 power is 1. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're doing your assignments.